One could almost say this has happened for a reason. You never know, Cocker, you never know.
Everything happens for a reason.
Do you know what? Be careful.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I'm just plugging the charger in.
We had run that back for Vic, try and get up to chill out a bit. You walked out the door like, there's back ready for you. Warm up.
Like I say,
That's crazy, isn't it?
hey, no such thing as coincidence. Remember
I knew you
that.
were gonna say that.
Remember that.
You reckon?
I know. I know.
It's crazy. It's real, isn't it? Yeah. I like it.
It's nice.
It is nice. It's a nice place.
It is.
My boots are cleaner from the snow, that's one thing.
Well,
it happens for a reason.
There's a nice clean pair of shoes there, love. There's a nice clean pair of shoes
They
there.
didn't look like that before I went out and into
I think they'll be alright when they dry out.
Look a lot cleaner and smarter now.
Have you got to, do you have to polish your boots?
No. We are meant to, yeah. Meant to.
My dad was a paramedic, and I can always remember having that black stuff.
Yeah.
And he used to.
Just professional, isn't it, as well?
They were a paramedic for 20-something years.
Wow.
And he was like one of the two.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because he was a massive biker.
Oh, I bet he loved it, didn't
And I
he?
can remember we used to live with him with his houses.
Yeah.
He knew houses.
Mm.
But like the first row of houses.
Yeah.
So he used to come home like have some dinner or whatever, and then the four kids up at the estate would run down to my house,
Yeah.
and he'd like play with all these and do
Oh, that's good.
brilliant. No sympathy though, yeah, then.
What do you mean? Oh, he gave no sympathy. Couldn't have been that bad if he did it for that
So I
long.
broke the leg once, and he carried me into the hospital. When he said he'd torn the ligament, he got broken, made me walk back to the car. I shot her out and everything.
I watched that 24 Hours Near quite often. I remember she said her son had broke her arm once and she told me to stop messing about, like stop man up a little bit, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, broken.
Time are we on, Flower?
9:30.
It's a long haul, innit? It's a long haul.
I know.
Are you going to get the phone then, what?
Nah, I'm alright as I am. I'm comfy. I'm comfy in my own four walls, innit? You know what I mean? I'm comfy in this space. Why do you need to keep an eye on me, please? Seriously, something wrong with you. They touch me, I'm telling you that, you'll be in for assault. I'm telling you. I know how to play a game, Flower, and I'll play it. Simple as that. There's a lot of people out there that'll back me up. Told you, I've done nothing wrong. I've caused no harm, no injury or loss to anybody. And you stood here harassing me. I'm a man, I'm 34 years of age, and I stand on the law of this land. I have done nothing wrong. And this is a waste of your time, my time, and taxpayers' money. Not legally obliged to answer your questions, not legally obliged to speak to anybody that I don't want to speak to. It's that simple. And if you've got proof and a warrant that says I've done any harm or damage and caused any problems for anybody at all, then by all means, fetch it. Let's have a look at it. But it best be a lawful warrant. And I know what a lawful warrant is. stood here trying to exercise your powers because you think I'm going to stand under a birth certificate. Well, I've stood under it for too long. I will no longer understand that authority at all because it's evil. That's what it is. It's there to set up and rape and pillage everybody, including you, love. And I feel for you, I do. And I've told you I've got no disrespect for you whatsoever. And I will quite happily give you a cuddle before you leave. You can have as much of my love as you want or need, babe. Until it, like, you know, you get to a stage where you think, oh, there is actually something nice in the world. And oh, we might have to start doing something about it. 'Cause you know I'm going to go viral, don't you?
Go viral?
Yeah.
What with this?
It's stupidity. It's stupidity, love.
We're a bit boring though, aren't we? I don't know if it'll go viral.
Well, you'll see, won't you? You'll see. You know, you've seen that kid in Manchester, haven't you, that gets done for a handbrake turn.
I've not seen that.
It's worth a watch. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. You know, you basically come here because, as a man, I've decided that I needed to go and do what I needed to do. For whatever reason, you've got your concerns, and I've told you there's no reason to be concerned. I'm quite within my rights to do whatever I want to do. As a grown man who stands at law of this land. Quite within my rights to do what I want. If I want to go hiking cross country for the next 14 days, I'm quite within my rights to do that as well. We're all God's children at the end of the day. No matter what colour you are, what creed you are, who you are. We all bleed same colour, love. Unfortunately, there's constantly wars against each other for whatever reason. Of your race, of your religion, of whatever. Over a football match. It's a sad state of affairs that you live in. And it's propaganda on your telly on a daily basis. They love it.
Do you follow football? No.
Not really, but I did follow disasters that have happened in football. You know when you look, when you look at Hillsborough and what happened there, yeah, and then when you look at what South Yorkshire Police did there, disgusting that is, absolutely disgusting. Well, vile, it's sick. That's what it is.
Good away, not South Yorkshire Police.
Tell you, love, you just got to hope that it doesn't happen in all administrations that are going off. That's all I'm saying. Because it was just terrible, that. Absolutely terrible. All them poor people. All them souls lost. What a shame. Covered up and lied about to save some rich person's arse, basically. Can't sell Sun newspaper in Liverpool, did you know that, love?
I did, yeah.
You know why? Because how disgraceful they were as well. That's what your mainstream media do. And you've got concerns about me. I won't worry about me, love. I see a lot more than what most people do, I can assure you. Remember Manchester? I do.
What, in Manchester last year?
Look into it, Flower. See where these people are coming from and why. It's all about controlling you. It's all about fear. That's what it is. It's disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. And if I've lost my marbles because I walk up to it, then fair enough. Keep them lost. How many beautiful people out there have we lost as a result of what goes off on a daily basis? Thousands.
Yeah, no, it's fine. What time I need to be? I'm running around. Is someone going to give you a lift there?
You've no need to be Double up. I'm no threat to you whatsoever, Flower. I should hope you can see that.
No.
I'm not one that's carrying weapons.
Anything can be a weapon, can't it though?
Suppose if you're trained in karate, yeah.
No, it can't.
All this because of a birth certificate.
I wouldn't be here if it was over a birth certificate.
It is though, isn't it, love? It's legislation, isn't it? It's basically, you study it because you think I'm a birth certificate, you think I'm Paul Smith, the legal fiction. That's why you study it. That's the reason you study it. Well, I'm not. I'm a man. That's what I am. And I'll stand on law at land. Because that's what men do.
Yeah, because your family and friends are concerned.
I love my family and friends, and don't you concern yourself with that, love. If they've got concerns, like I've already told you, they can come and speak to me about them.
We're helping them now, aren't we? And you.
I don't think you're helping anybody, to be fair, love. You're certainly not helping me. And like I've already asked you, you know, what assistance can you provide me? None. That's what. Unfortunately, my missus weren't wise enough when she answered the door to ask you that exact same question.
She might have wanted us in.
Well, that's her choice. I certainly don't, and that's my choice. She probably still thinks she's a birth certificate. I don't. And that's why you know I'm not legally obliged to do anything whatsoever. Not legally obliged to speak to you. Not legally obliged to speak to any mental health team that you send in. Not legally obliged to speak to anybody. And if you take me and detain me, contrary to law, then there'll be repercussions. Simple as that. Babe,
Yeah?
if you want to stop conspiring against me, I'd appreciate it.
I'm on the phone to my mum.
How long you been in Forston, love?
Not long.
No? How long?
Since July last year.
Alright, you're fairly new to it then.
Mm.
It's not your fault you didn't know when you joined. Or maybe you did and you just enjoy it. How long you been at it, mate?
Coming up for 9 years.
Oh, you're a pro then.
I'm not a pro, but I'll take that.
Well, you've been doing it long enough. I'm sure you've got a proper, quite a lot of real criminals in your time, mate.
I'm a two.
That's what we like to hear.
Wow, do you know any?
Do I know any?
Yeah.
No, pal. I try to behave myself as much as possible.
Best way to be, eh?
Do you know what I mean? I've had me encounters, obviously, over the years, but hey, I suppose sometimes you got to be a bit of a rebel. Otherwise, don't get sorted, does it?
Me, no.
Sorry, what?
I think,
I've only been at Sheffield for about 11 months now. Yeah, they do. I don't know anyway. Somebody good looking, I'm sure. Thank you.
Oh,
The sponsorship today was probably 60, 70 cops or something.
yeah.
And then there's all the people who work inside, and the people move out of that, taking over the
I'm sure there's some calls. I saw a call. Yeah.
see you later, fella. You take care, yeah? You got a
And
shot.
then there was one.
You got a short straw, didn't you?
No, he's been released. One of my other colleagues is coming in now. There's going to be now different now.
Hey, he's got to do what he's got to do, hasn't he?
Yeah, it's something different from what we're doing right now.
You got to do what you got to do, love.
He's not coming here with a taser out.
Well, you know, let's not get any more weapons on premises. I think we've got enough as it is.
Hey? Likes his towel. That blooming dog can snore.
Oh yes. I know, I'm getting ready for bed.
I'm going ready for a pizza.
You ordered pizza?
What are you ordering?
Nobody will deliver down here now,
Right. Well,
How are we doing, fella?
alright.
Ah, not bad.
So pleased to see you.
Just do me a favour when you go down, get that lad's badge number and name.
Yeah, right, Paul. Uncle.
What's roads like, fella? Has he got a taser then?
He
Oh
has
yes,
one.
I thought you said he weren't fetching a
I
taser.
didn't think he had one with him.
Oh, alright, here we go.
I promise you it's not. No need to taser you.
I should certainly hope not. There's no need for you to be here in the first place, love, let alone taser me.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity, what's your name, pal?
PC Robinson.
PC Robinson. Any other weapons that you've got on you other than your taser?
Same as me. Exactly the same.
So CS gas and his baton,
Mm.
and then a taser on top, yeah? I'm not really comfortable with that weapon being on premises, if I'm honest. I'm not interested whether he's going to use it or not. I'm telling you, I'm not comfortable with that weapon being on premises. Can he go and put it in car?
No.
No.
It stays with no intention of drawing it or anything, but it stays with
Well, it's on show, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So some people could see that as somewhat intimidating, to be fair.
Yeah.
And I certainly do.
Okay, fair enough.
Can you like zip your top up, is that?
No,
Alright, so you have got an intention to use it then?
no intention at all.
Oh,
No.
alright.
No,
It's just there for fear purposes then, is it?
it's not. No.
Well, it's not.
It's how it's issued.
It's not scaring me, I just appreciate it not being on premises,
Yeah.
to be fair.
Okay. Well, it has to stay with me.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah.
I shouldn't have asked, should I?
That's what.
What's some G code?
No, it were alright until then, weren't it?
The night shift coming.
We hope so.
They're quiet at night shifts.
Depends who you get. Can be worse than me, believe me.
What's your number, mate?
14157.
Cheers.
I don't know. I hate to.
That's not very nice, is it? That should do wrong to you.
I don't mind dogs.
Have you ever been bit by one? Is that what's caused it?
No, no.
No?
No, I don't like them.
Oh dear, that's a shame. Oh.
Need another brew?
No, I'm alright, I've still got a full inhale of pretty much. It's always warm when you keep it black. Oh,
What did you get? One of those.
Oh, you'd ordered it. Off the order while we were at RTC.
Oh,
Straight here.
you do love your pizza, don't you?
I do.
What's it like out there at Roadstill, bad?
Sorry?
What's it like out there at Roadstill, bad?
Oh god, yeah. Do you drive?
Yeah. Well,
Horrific.
I used to. I'm going to start travelling, I think.
Mm.
Did you see that guy that did that?
Did what?
That wrote to all authorities like transport, police, etc. Queen, a lot of like high-ranking police officers in local areas and stuff, and deregistered his car.
No.
It's an interesting watch. Can't remember his name. Yeah. Basically wrote to him and given him 30 days to reply to him and ask him if they got any problems with him rescinding his driver's licence and exercising his right to travel, and nobody responded to him. Mm.
So did you just go ahead with it?
He basically let DVLA know that he'd got a private insignia for his vehicle, so he put his own private plate on it effectively, so they knew how to identify his vehicle, and then he got all paperwork that he'd sent off, because obviously he'd given them 30 days, which is a requirement by law, and nobody had rebutted his statements, so he exercised his right to do it. It didn't stop an officer arresting him though.
I probably would if I come across him now.
Well, he were exercising a right that he's got, that he'd been given as a human, you know, a right to travel. I think it states we have tax hindrance and something else as well. There's a lot of that though. I mean, tax, there's not really any laws that say you're liable to pay tax. It's all based in legislation. Just got to look at what happened when they put them all in prison, when poll tax come out. People that really knew what their rights were and tried standing up for them, and then they ended up locking them up over an administrative process. Absolutely disgusting.
And we all wish we didn't pay tax.
You shouldn't have to wish, you don't have to pay tax. You do if you want to pretend to be a legal fiction though. Like I say, I've got a lot of respect for you guys, you do a really good job. I mean, obviously this that we had down here not long back, you've done a fantastic job there, absolutely fantastic. It's just a shame that you have to come and do stuff like this, when you know there's really naught that you can do anyway. Told you I'm fine, you can't offer me any assistance whatsoever, it's just a waste of everybody's time. Your leg's aching, Flower.
A little bit, yeah.
Go and sit down if you want, love. Go and rest your legs for 5. You're more than welcome to.
Don't worry about
You're
it.
more than welcome to. I understand, because mine are aching a bit as well, love.
I just sat down.
I think I've been on mine a bit longer than you have, though. Go on, get down there.
I think you're going to be downstairs. TJ. TJ! Is that all you at that RTC then?
Yeah.
I bet there's a few of them tonight.
Was it?
Not good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good.
Yeah.
No, not good. Not good.